Hello, it's Elle, and we're reading You Should Meet Katherine Johnson by Thea Fieldman, illustrated by Alyssa Peterson. Chapter 3 A Computer in a Skirt. Katherine started at NACA in June 1953. The agency was dedicated to flight research. Among other things, NACA engineers had developed the first aircraft that would fly faster than the speed of sound. NACA's research work required a lot of complex math. In 1953, electronic computers were not generally used, so research mathematicians, who were often called computers, did the math that the engineers needed. Katherine joined a group of about 12 African American women who were research mathematicians. There was also a group of white American women research mathematicians. The two groups worked and ate separately until the civil rights movement had started in the 1950s, bringing an end to racial segregation in 1964. At NACA, Katherine was finally able to see firsthand what a research mathematician did, and she loved it. You had big data sheets with maybe 15 or 20 columns across 25 lines down, she explains, and you solved those all the way across for days. It was fascinating. Research mathematicians sometimes left the group and worked full-time with engineers on a specific project. When the project was done, they returned to the group. Shortly after she arrived, Katherine was sent to work full-time on a flight research project. The engineers quickly became impressed by Katherine's math skills, as well as her interest in learning so much about the project as she could. Working on the project, Katherine did what she always did. She asked a lot of questions. She knew that the more she understood about the project, the better her contribution to it would be. There is no such thing as a dumb question, Katherine always said. It's dumb if you don't ask it. Because of her intelligence, curiosity, and upbeat attitude, Katherine never returned to the group of research mathematicians. She was requested on many special projects. Katherine was a valued member of NACA when the agency turned its focus to space exploration in the late 1950s. The United States and the Soviet Union were the two most powerful countries in the world. The Soviet Union was a former federation of the communist republics occupying the northern half of Asia and part of the Eastern Europe. Its capital and largest city was Moscow. However, each wanted to be number one, and that included being the first nation to explore space. In 1958, NASA became the NACA became the National Astronautics and Space Administration, or NASA. Its efforts became devoted to what was called the space race. Little did Katherine know at the time just how far she, NASA, the U.S., and the entire world would go. That's the end of that chapter.